Good morning and welcome to the Eagles Nest. Mic check, mic check. All right. Sorry about that. So, once again, welcome to the Eagles Nest for this homecoming game, the first ever matchup between Eagle Academy and the Vikings of South Shore. This is the voice of Sage Media. Greg Poley is here with you. And have a partner joining me shortly. So, this is going to be the first ever meeting between Eagle and South Shore on the gridiron, on the football field. We all know about the basketball rivalry, the school rivalry, but there isn't quite the football rivalry just yet. Is this the start of that? Looking at the visiting South Shore coming in at 5-0, firmly supplanting themselves in the PSAL 4A playoff picture with convincing wins against Madison, Clinton, Midwood, and McKee, and then beat a Port Richmond team 34-14 at home. Now, some key players to watch for South Shore. You have the heart and soul of the team, Tajay Schulters, running back. He makes this team go, but it's not just him on the offense. It's also quarterback Nick Cyrus. And Nick some might argue, has the best arm in the PSAL. Leads the PSAL in all statistical passing categories. Not often you hear that in PSAL and think about, a real passing leader, because sometimes you hear passing in PAL and teams may throw 3-4 times a game. However, Nick is shattering that notion and has passed for over 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns this season. So one thing South Shore is not shy about is throwing the ball. To juxtapose that to Eagle, it's going to be very different because their Eagles defense has been the strength of their team thus far. We're going to get into Eagle in a minute. Nick also leads the PSAL in passing yards by about 400 yards and the 4A division by about 500. So it's safe to say he's legit back there. In terms of the offense that we're going to see from South Shore, going to see, they're going to use their speed and athleticism, run screens, motion. And they're definitely going to take their deep shots down the field to utilize that big arm of Cyrus. Now, will today be the day that South Shore breaks out more complex route trees and offensive packages? So we shall see. Now, on the flip side, we have Eagle, who comes in at 3-2 on the playoff bubble of the 4A PSAL playoffs, and coming off a very, very disappointing loss to a Susan Wagner team on the road where they lost 7-6. They're really trying to right the ship here, and not only a statement game for themselves, but a statement game for the league in being an undefeated South Shore team. Just to run through Eagles games, they beat Midwood 36-7 on the road, lost to JFK at home 28-14, and then had 2 consecutive wins versus Madison and Clinton. The homecoming festivities are getting underway here for Eagle Academy. As Eagle now heads to their sideline. Some key players to watch for Eagle. Number 8, Virgil Leith. He is the captain of that defense. Has a nose for the ball, always seems to make the right play. And as he goes, the defense goes. And on offensive side of the ball, you have Travis Harris, who's probably one of the more underrated receivers in the PSAL. The junior is 5th in the 4A with 15 receptions and has 2 TD catches on the year. And he's definitely the most dangerous weapon on this Eagle offense. I would like to see even some more of the Eagle receivers get involved in the offense, like in Amari Lowry. Sorry, Amadi Lowry. My apologies. And work a kind of 2-man game right there. Eagle really trying to right that offensive ship. And we know Eagle is a run-first team. And you got to wonder, are they going to come into this game with that same mentality, run, run, run? Or are they going to try to mix it up on the offensive end? And to counter, what Eagle's offering on offense, you have some You have number 10, Daniel Jermaine, on the South Shore side that is probably the captain of that defense, sideline to sideline linebacker that is going to try to make life hell for the Eagle offense. And then you have on the line, number 5, Christian Etienne, who's 2nd in the 4A with 3 sacks. And I'd like to welcome in my partner, the one and only Mr. Ray Jarvis. What's going on, Ray?
It's good to be back on the Sage Media platform. Rivalry week, Eagle versus South Shore. It's a very exciting time to be here on YouTube live streaming. I hope everybody hit that like button, get comfortable, get your breakfast, get your bowl of cereal, get your bacon saltfish, whatever you like. Make sure you get that.
You have to hit the bacon saltfish since we eat Flatbush. You already know.
What I mean? We got to put on for the West Indians and the Americans too. Get your bacon, egg, and cheese if you need that. Whatever you need to get you right. We're about to lock in today. You see the uniforms, you see the colorways. Another new look from the Eagle team. Every time I come in and I call the Eagle game, they have a new uniform on. So shout out to Eagle. I like the purple over here from South Shore, the Vikings. This color is very distinctive. If you're from Brooklyn, you're probably tired of seeing this color because they win championships. They dominate. But this Saturday should be very entertaining.
Spoken like a true man from Canarsie.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Wolfpack, okay? But today we are all Viking. No, I joke. Our producer said no biases, we won't be biased.
Short kick. Hey, ball's on the ground. Was that an extended onside kick?
It almost was, because that wasn't a clean field right there. But let me ask you a question that before we get into first down here, Greg. I've called a couple of Eagle games, and I've seen multiple versions of their offense. I'm really, as a viewer of the game, I'm not sure what to expect offensively from Eagle today. What do you think they have on the menu to attack this Vikings team?
So what I think they have on the menu versus what I would like to see are two different answers.
Okay, talk to me.
I think they're going to try to come out and do what they normally do and try to pound the ball, run the ball up the middle. But I would love to see them come out and just start firing and throwing the ball down the field.
We'd love to see it.
As Cody Williams, the senior under center, hands off to Virgil in the backfield.
I was unsure about hitting the hole once he got the ball. That was a very decisive run on first down, and I hope you see a lot of that today.
You know, it's funny. I had Virgil in class, and I said, Virgil, I know you're a linebacker, but on offense, I need to see you hit somebody too.
Yeah. You have to make the defender think twice about tackling you. You got, again, Derrick Henry, Brandon Jacobs, bigger backs. Their allure is guys think twice before they lay the wood. So let's get into that action today. Hit the hole hard. Pause if applicable.
Cameron would not be happy with
I'm
you.
sorry, Killer. I'm sorry. I really should be ejected. I'm not going to lie.
Cody on the center. Hands off again. Little stutter step from Virgil. And he's carrying defenders. Big time run right there from the senior.
Strong run from Virgil Leaf. You can see in practice, it's clear that they've been working on some things as far as being a decisive runner. And I love that. 2 runs consecutively, both times. He didn't think about it. He didn't do all of that, the little tap dance, the shuffle he normally does. He got to his spot, he accelerated, and we have first down inside of Vikings territory.
Cody back in the center. That's Jaleo Tang in the backfield. And he fumbles a snap. And it's going to be South Shore ball. I mean, that looked like a clean handoff.
It was a clean handoff, but he didn't secure it. Rule number 1 about playing any kind of sport, you cannot beat yourself. You have to look the ball in. The problem is he was looking at where he wanted to run before he secured the ball. Therefore, he lost it. South Shore recovers. What a momentum swing early in the first quarter.
Now, what has been the strength of this Eagle team is their defense. They're not exactly in favorable position right now, but the one thing that South Shore has is a quarterback that can let it fly. How do you think the Eagle defense, from what you've seen this season, is going to be able to handle a quarterback who really let it loose?
What I like about the Eagle defense is their front 7. They control the action. They're very physical, especially when they're mentally engaged in the action. Right now, they're going to have to be mentally engaged and attack this quarterback.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. Pass intended for Jakai Plasame. So, again, sorry if I butcher any names.
Nicholas Cyrus there thought he had a bubble screen lined up. I guess Jakai didn't read the playbook clearly. Come on now, let's lock in. I know it's an early start, 11 a.m., but we got to lock in. This is a big game, rivalry week. How tall is this quarterback for South Shore?
He looks like about 6'5".
Yeah, he looks like a D-ish, D1, D2-ish kind of built quarterback.
He has the look. Inside handoff. That was the number 10, Damian Germain.
Just to take you inside the action, we're near the Eagles sideline. There is a lot of energy on the sidelines right now, so you could tell that this is a very big game for both teams.
Oh, this is. You hate to be doomsday, but this is season on the line right here.
Absolutely. You got to lock in. Press coverage on the outside.
Cyrus drops back, looks to throw, completed. First down pass, complete to Richard Perkins.
Right there you see Cyrus with a simple stop route to Perkins. Perkins secures the ball, made a man miss. Real clean offense so far from South Shore. I don't want to say it's a pro-style offense, but you can tell that these guys are playing a little more of a dynamic style that I've seen so far calling these Sage games.
And what I'll say so far for what I've seen from Cyrus is, granted it hasn't, and there we go, we got a flag on defense with the hard count, but his poise in the pocket.
Absolutely. And you know what? The throwing mechanics, this is a quarterback. This is not a person that's positioned that quarterback who can throw a little bit. This is a quarterback, and that ball he threw just now to Perkins, clean, and it was on time. A lot of times I've seen some games where the timing is a little off. They practice that play a lot.
It's one of those routes where you see them running before the game
Exactly.
7 8 times.
4 wide, 3 to the outside, trips, single back.
Takes a snap, drops back. Looks deep, throws across the middle, wide open, and that's Tajay Schultz, and he fumbles the ball. It looks like South Shore recovers. That was a big hit. I'm not sure who laid that hit.
Tajay Schultz with a clean catch, and he almost gave it all away. Luckily, his teammate was nearby, number 13 for South Shore, who we don't have listed, recovers the fumble and saves what could have been a potentially game-switching early on again turnover. But they are in the red zone, still in that 4 wide setup.
Cyrus on a hurry up. 1st and 10. Little screen.
Perkins makes a man miss.
Made a couple men miss right there. Good pursuit by Eagle, but once you have a man stopped, you got to make the tackle.
Absolutely. The skill players for South Shore, dare I say, they look a little dynamic, Greg.
I mean, I definitely said in the pregame, they have athletes.
Yes. Athletes, and it's good to see, I got to tell you. The coaches so far know how to utilize their athletes. You just can't have these dynamic kids on the field and you're not featuring them in the offense. You're wasting their abilities.
Schultz is in the slot. Inside handoff, and he's still on his feet. Couple yard gain right there.
Great job by Eagle, not letting them break out. Gang tackling. He's about 1 yard short of the first down, I believe.
I was Jaden Webb on the carry. You see South Shore subbing in playmaker left and right.
And this is the system that I'm seeing so far, they're very comfortable. Everything is very rhythmic. There's no scrambling. There's no screaming and looking around. They know what they want to do, and they're executing.
Cyrus takes a shotgun snap.
Almost blows it up. Oh, wow.
Jermaine almost tackled in the backfield for a loss. Manages to shed that and get the first down.
That's a tough break for Eagle. They almost blew the play up in the backfield. Now they're looking at 1st and goal just outside the 5-yard line.
And no matter who tells you momentum is not a real thing, it absolutely is real, because that would have been a drive-changing play if they were able to get that tackle for a loss. And you see a little bit of miscommunication right there.
Shout out to the homie Zoe in the building. You know, the games are never complete without Zoe holding us down here at Sage Media. We're not saying all of that on the air, but shout out to Zoe. South Shore missed a touchdown just now. A little miscommunication between the quarterback and Perkins. Let's see if they can get it done on 2nd down.
Fakes the handoff inside. Ooh. That is a play where you're going to get your receiver hurt.
Yes. First of all, you want to throw it to the inside shoulder so you're not leading them into a potential concussion-giving hit.
Yeah, that's when a player get crunched like that.
But they're playing a little too fast. I don't like what I'm seeing so far in the first 2 goal line situations for South Shore.
Interesting.
They lost their poise right when they need to get a touchdown.
The game I called last night between Kennedy and Clinton, both teams started with goal line stands. Mm-hmm. And it's like once they got inside the 10, it's like the offense just stopped.
There you go.
Drops back. Looks left. Takes off. And he goes down. Big sack right there by the Eagle defense. As Matthew Taylor Jr.
Great job by Matthew Taylor blowing up that play. Securing the sack. As Cyrus was trying to shed the tackle, he made sure he brought him down. Getting the necessary stop. And it looks like, is South Shore going to kick the field goal or will they go for it? I can't really tell. It looks like they have their field goal personnel out. Great stop for Eagle. They very much needed that after the turnover.
Ray, this is the PSAL, so do not count out a fake here.
Well, okay, that's why I wasn't sure about the personnel. There you go, coaches yelling, watch the fake as we speak.
Takes a snap, and they're kicking it.
Wow.
I am actually shocked. That in PSAL football, for whatever reason, teams just don't kick. There was not a field goal or an extra point attempted in the game last night. So to see, I'm actually happy because that was well executed.
You know what? Maybe the field goal is the fake.
Hey, you know what? And here's the thing. You don't leave points on the board. Mm-hmm. Now you get 3 points off a turnover, and who knows, that could be the difference in a game.
Yes, sir. Eagle getting a necessary stop. They gave them 3 points, but it's better than 7. So let's see what they can do on offense. They had a strong start to that first possession before the fumble. Let's see if they can keep that going and put 7 on the board. Maybe 8, because, again, we don't kick here in the PSAL.
Eagle needed one more. It's always entertaining watching Coach Jones on the sideline.
One of the more animated coaches in PSAL on the sidelines.
That was Dario Blaze who kicked the field goal, and here to kick off. It looks like they have an actual kicker. As Travis Harris running into his own man right there on the return. He gets out to about the 35-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 for Eagle Academy.
What I'd like to see from Eagle is featuring Harris as much as possible. Every time the ball is in his hands, things happen. In previous games I've watched, they've waited too long to implement their best player into the action. Get him the ball, get him some screens, get him out in the open, hand it off in the backfield if you need to. But we need to see a lot of Travis Harris.
Little jet sweep. Eagle is such a run-heavy team. I would love to see some play actions implemented.
Right. As we can see from South Shore, their playbook is vast. I'd like to see Eagle open up their playbook as well.
I mean, it also helps when you have a quarterback that throws 17 touchdowns.
There you go. There you go. Classic power formation, one receiver outside. Harris. Let's see what they do. It's looking like a run, but they might surprise us. Say, oh, we got split, in fact.
Split wide. Back to Virgil. Cuts back, and he goes nowhere. Stopped for maybe a 1-yard gain.
Maybe. Classic dive play right there. Again, it seems as though Eagle early on is looking to establish the run. That's the third run they've called so far in the game. I don't think you're going to beat South Shore doing that. You're going to have to put the ball in the air.
And I don't know if you noticed, but on that previous South Shore possession, they got into the red zone rather quickly.
Exactly.
So I get it. You want to grind it out. You want to sustain drives, but you got to put points on the board.
There's no grinding it out against South Shore because, as you can see, they didn't even huddle the last possession.
No, they didn't.
They're ready to play fast, and they're going to get points.
That's Travis Harris and Brandon Treviso out wide. Man, I fused them into one person. Cody takes a snap. Almost sacked.
And the problem is, when you're running the same play continuously against good teams, they can figure out your snap count. As you can see, South Shore was in the backfield before the ball was even handed off. So they know what's coming. Again, against teams like South Shore, you need to expand the playbook. You cannot be vanilla. This is not even like good Haagen-Dazs vanilla I'm looking at right now. This is corner store vanilla ice cream. You got to open up the playbook.
And in a case like that, I wouldn't even mind a fake one way, have Cody roll out the other way.
Right.
You know, and you have probably your receiver on the left side run a drag across the field. He'd be wide open.
They running that we got Cold Stone at home vanilla ice cream offense right now. We want Cold Stone. Throw the ball.
Tell them how you really feel, right?
Single high look for South Shore.
And he rolls left. Oh, he gets hit hard.
What a hit. That was Malik Watson for South Shore, who blew up Cody Williams. And one of the strongest hits we've seen all season.
That was Christian Etienne in pursuit. They couldn't quite contain the edge, but when you have sideline-to-sideline linebackers that can move like that, you keep your eyes down the field.
He took him off his feet, Greg.
He definitely did.
Off of his feet into the South Shore sideline, the worst place you want to be after getting hit like that.
And I'll say this. Good job by the defensive backfield of South Shore not allowing Cody to get the ball downfield because it's clear that's where he wanted to go.
Absolutely.
But I also have to shout out Cody for not making an ill-advised throw.
You can shout out Cody, but again, when you put as a football team, you cannot keep putting yourselves in predictable situations. It's third and long. The whole stadium knows you have to pass the ball.
And that's a botched snap on the punt.
Kick.
He just has to let it fly.
Sure what he's doing, but he saved some yardage there.
He did save some
Smart
yards.
play to save some yardage. Makes me wonder, was it a fake the entire time?
Nah, I think that was just a botched snap.
Ad-lib, you think?
Yeah. Jaden Fortune, the senior right there, just trying to do what he could to salvage the play. And that puts South Shore in prime territory.
I'll take where they are right now as opposed to being on the doorstep of a touchdown. Great job.
Yeah.
Great heads-up play to throw that ball.
And also great job and great athleticism to evade because he could have been tackled at the 1-yard line.
Absolutely. He made a worse situation bad as opposed to making a bad situation worse.
The wordsmith over here.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying, man, you know. Again, South Shore in their spread look, this time with two in the backfield. You know how they come in motion to the outside.
And they get it to Schultz in the outside.
Hits the gas.
First down.
And this is what I'd like to talk about, right? You see, they know where their playmakers are, and they design plays to get their playmakers in space. This is what I was talking about when I say I want Cold Stone ice cream. I want the good stuff. Get your guys an opportunity to make plays.
You want the elite toppings.
Yes. Yes.
And here's what I like about that play. They ran too wide on the right. That'll set up the blocking for Tajay immediately.
A little misdirection as well.
Jermaine takes the inside handoff and kind of falls forward for a couple yards. And what you want to do at any level when you have your playmakers, you want to get them in space.
There you go. And as you can see, Schultz, once he made that catch, turned on the Jets immediately. They know what to do. There's no thinking from South Shore. Get the ball, make a play. Get the ball, make a play.
taking a little while to get the play in.
It's the first time in the game we've seen a little confusion from the South Shore team. I won't lie. Call me old school, but I don't like seeing South shotgun so much in the red zone, especially this close to the end zone. I feel like you kind of limit what you can do when you spread them out this much, this often.
And I also think personnel matters. You have two dynamic backs.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with actually doing what Eagle wants to do and setting up in that power eye in this situation.
There you go. You can mix it up. Maybe I'm not saying don't line up in shotgun, but create better matchups by throwing in some power looks or using the broad side of the field to create situations that your receiver can make a play on one-on-one.
I'll take it a step further even. It doesn't help prepare these players when you're in shotgun so much for the next level.
That too.
In a pro-style offense. Cyrus in shotgun, as previously discussed, takes a snap. Inside handoff to Jermaine and runs over a tackler, and he got into the end zone, ball across the plane. That is going to be a touchdown, South Shore.
Daniel Jermaine takes the handoff on the misdirection and absolutely runs through the Eagle defense for a touchdown. Loses it at the goal line, but he had already broken the plane. Great job by South Shore, taking advantage of the myth punt, the easy field position, and scoring a touchdown.
And this goes back to something you talked about after the first Eagle fumble. You cannot beat yourselves.
There you go.
Unforced turnovers, unforced errors. As Dario lining up for the extra point. Low snap, gets the kickoff, and it's good. Kid is impressive.
There you go. So right now it's 10-0 South Shore, and 10 points off of the mistakes of Eagle. And I remember the last time I called the Eagle game, I believe it was against Madison, a teen only.
JFK.
Was it JFK when they dressed like 20 kids?
Yes.
And it was a similar situation where they were beating. They won the game, but they didn't play a clean game, and they were beating themselves.
You know what? I'm sorry. That was the last game we did together.
There you
so
go.
It was the Madison
game. I worked there with the homie Andre.
Yeah.
A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed opportunities, and it was not the cleanest game. And we're seeing that again. Discipline is key here. You're a young team. This is a potential rivalry. Now, we know the history between the two schools, but on the football field, it's not a rivalry yet. But your first time playing against this team, you want to make a statement. So far, they're not making the right statement.
And I know it's cliche, the whole Under Armour adage, we must protect this house.
Right.
You got to protect home.
There you go. Is this not homecoming?
Yes, it is.
This is not how you want to set the tone for homecoming, guys.
Oh. What's... Trying to figure out what's going on.
The referee stopped it, but I don't see a flag anymore.
Yeah, I don't see a flag. The ref on the far sideline threw a flag like he picked up the laundry.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means. You ever saw that sign before?
No, I didn't.
I don't even know what
Most I can think is an illegal procedure of some kind. If the Vikings are moving back, they're probably offsides.
Yeah, that's probably what it looks like. But that's offside on the kickoff? I've never seen that.
Bro. Listen, we need a show with the referees here on stage to do a breakdown of all things referee.
Oh, line drive kick. And takes a favorable South Shore bounce. Picked up by Jaden Fortune. Gets out to about the 28-yard line.
I got to tell you, Greg, I'm really impressed with South Shore so far. They just look like they're playing a cleaner brand of football. Everything seems to make a lot more sense on the South Shore side right now. We need to see Eagle lock in. They're playing a team that knows what they're doing. They know what they want to do, and they know what they're doing.
I need to see more variation on offense. I need to see different looks. I don't mind Virgil in the backfield getting the looks, but it can't be a la Adam Gase, first down, second down, run, pass.
That's what it's been so far. And, sometimes coaches we don't know what's happening in practice too much. Maybe you could give us some insight on that side, Greg. But maybe sometimes coaches see something in practice and they're not comfortable with opening the playbook. But for the looks of things, 4 wide, spread set up, South Shore's confused.
Cody in the shotgun. And he gets South Shore to jump on a hard count.
And that's what we mean by opening up the playbook. The minute they put 4 wide out there, I don't know if you saw it on the stream, guys, but South Shore immediately got confused. Their safeties didn't know what to do, and then they got drawn off sides. That's just merely a new look had South Shore in their heels. Wait a minute. Oh, they called a false start? Wow. I take back everything I just said.
I mean,
beating yourself again.
Yeah, unforced errors.
Those discipline penalties I talked about. When you lack discipline, you get beat. Keep that in mind. 4 wide setup. There you go.
Cody takes a shotgun snap, and it's an inside handoff.
Come on, guys.
Somebody's helmet came off. That's why they blew the play dead.
Aggressive blocking there from Travis Harris. Sadly, Mr. Harris, the play went nowhere, so I'm not sure what you were trying to do there. And I got to tell you, I'm getting a little frustrated, Greg. You go 4 wide and you run another dive?
I'm going to get to that in a second. There's a flag on the play. It looks like there's some extracurriculars after the run.
It's going to be on Eagle probably.
Looks like it's on South Shore. And we all know both these schools been talking for the week, social media. But the one thing both teams are going to have to do is keep their emotions in check.
That was unsportsmanlike, huh?
It had to be.
Look, we're on the 40-yard line now. Big penalty for Eagle.
Now Eagle needs to take advantage of this. That's the first mistake South Shore's made this game. Well, outside of the fumble that they recovered. But
yeah, well,
I feel like these refs are doing a lot of talking.
Well, the referees probably got word of the talking in the lead up to the game, so now they want to make sure that they control the action and it doesn't go too far. You see coaches for South Shore all the way in the boundary. It's a lot of emotions right now.
Definitely. So social media has really changed the dynamic of high school sports in terms of, what happens outside of the field of play.
It in a lot of ways determines what happens on the field. We saw what happened with Harris not too long ago, very aggressive blocking. Who's to say that they weren't involved in a little chit-chat in the lead up to the game?
Definitely.
2 high safeties for South Shore who have adjusted to Eagle spreading it out, but will Eagle actually put the ball in the air is the question.
Cody takes the snap, gets outside to Harris,
Ooh.
And he's hit hard but stays on his feet.
Big hit from Jaquel Fernandez of South Shore, but not before Travis Harris gets his hands on the ball and gets nearly the first. I think about 9 yards on that catch. Get the ball to Travis Harris. He's the emotional vehicle for this team, and he makes plays.
The other part of this is I think the ref has to understand there's going to be some trash talk.
There you go. But at the student athlete level, they like to control how much talking happens.
Definitely,
on the field.
They don't want it to get too out of hand.
Right. The pro level, they let a little bit more go than the collegiate and high school.
Back
level.
in the 4 wide set this whole drive. Like to see it, Ray.
Yes. Keep this going. Motion.
Amari in motion. Takes a snap, gets around the edge, and he fumbles the ball.
Wow.
And it looks like South
Daniel
Shore.
Germain for South Shore has recovered the fumble.
And there's going to be a flag.
We have a flag, dead ball flag.
It's going to be South Shore's ball and another turnover for Eagle Academy. These ball carriers the first thing you have to do is secure the ball. Another flag.
Once again, Zoe told me Zoe's to the left of me, she said, discipline is your word. And yes, this season, my first season with Sage, is all about discipline. You don't protect the football. You do too much after the fumble recovery, which leads to a flag. Eagles not giving themselves a chance to be in this game.
So by the looks of it, by Coach Jones' reaction, it looks like this penalty is going to go against Eagle.
Absolutely.
And it's going to put South Shore even more favorable field position.
Let's not jump the gun. They still talking. And a couple of times we thought we knew what the call was, it went the opposite way. So I'm going to just wait and let the referees have this huddle. Maybe
it was a great play call.
Called the jet sweep?
Yeah.
It was. They did everything right except secure the football.
And I'll say this, though. South Shore came out here to hit.
Yes.
They came out here to hit. They came out here like they have something to prove.
South Shore, you know what I think? South Shore came out here to let Eagle Brooklyn's football team know that we are the big boys. And so far, that's what it looks like to a certain degree. If Eagle could just stop beating themselves, we'd have a completely different game.
Question.
What's up, man?
Did the referees let us know when the first quarter ended?
They didn't. they did not. It is the second quarter. Yes.
Oh, okay, our apologies, because usually they'll let you know, and I don't even think we flip fields.
The second.
Did we flip fields?
First quarter ended when they scored the touchdown. Okay.
Okay. Still the first quarter. Sorry for that confusion right there. Got first. This first quarter seems like it's taking forever.
Strange, right?
All right.
The
one thing you also don't want to do as a ref is slow down the pace of the game.
Okay. Now they're saying it's the second quarter officially.
Okay. Now.
Come on, guys, get it together. That's all I'm gonna say.
Clearly, we were on it.
Yeah. Right now, I see a huddle with the Eagle defense. The coach is trying to get these guys to lock in again. We can't even say it's the Eagle defense so much. They've done what they could playing with short fields, but I think we need a whole team huddle, right? All 22, get them in here.
And they even had a goal line stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And other part of this.
Huh?
As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in to the live stream. It is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. For any inquiries, you can reach out on all social media platforms at Sage Media Solutions. So we always thank you guys.
Find us on the socials. Hit the follow button. Lock in with all things high school sports via Sage Media. Hit the like button on YouTube if you haven't by now. Hit the subscribe option if you haven't by now. Get familiar with Sage Media.
And don't forget the New York Football Talk Mondays at 7:15 p.m. with Jared Faluzzi and UZ Sports and Coach Mack. I was told in my ear that it's Uzi Sports.
Uzi?
Uzi.
Uzi?
All right, now we flip fields as the second quarter is officially underway.
South Shore with the ball off the turnover.
Takes the snap, looks deep. That's a good throw right there. First down.
Pitch and catch from Cyrus to whoever number 13 is for South Shore.
We're going to have to figure that out
If
at halftime.
you're in the chat and you're a family member of number 13 for South Shore, give us a name so we can put some respect on it.
Too much time in the pocket. That pocket was far too clean for Cyrus. He literally scanned the field and waited for his receiver to come back to the ball.
I'm going to call it what it is. This is pitch and catch. This is easy for South Shore right now. They're very comfortable. It almost looks like practice a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
7-on-7?
Yeah.
You know, I won't quite go 7-on-7.
I'm going there.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But because what I'll say is, in terms of as far as Cyrus passing the ball down the field, he hasn't had that many looks down the field. The Eagle safeties are actually doing a decent job. It's the middle of the field where they've had the issue.
I gotta beg to differ. What I think we're seeing is a slow cook. The deep shot is going to come in the second half. They're cooking them up with these short routes. They're trying to draw the safeties up, or at least one of them, before they go over the top.
You know what? That is an astute observation, my friend.
Okay.
So it looks like number 13 is Chase. Can we get a last name in the chat?
Yeah, Chase. Is his first name Yeah? Is that what it is? We need whole names, guys. Come on. Appreciate you in the chat, though. At least we know his first name.
And another missed tackle in the backfield by Eagle as Webb drags defenders to about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Webb with the big boy run, shedding tackles. But Jaden Webb literally is a big boy. He looks like he's about 6 feet, 6'1"-ish. Athlete. Strong run right there.
I need the Eagle front seven to, when they hit somebody in the backfield, to take them down.
Yes.
Because that will change the complexion of a drive when you get those tackles for a loss.
Right now, I hate to say it, Eagle needs to lock in because they're looking a little overwhelmed by what South Shore is bringing to the table. 3 wide set, 2 in the back. Man in motion to the outside.
Rolls right. Beatty in pursuit, gets it out to Tajay. Bates hits him hard, but not after the
Diouf
first down.
with the big hit, but not after Schultz makes 2 men miss. And Schultz in that play, he was the check down. He went into motion, but he's the safety valve for Cyrus anytime the plan A doesn't quite work out.
Take the play. Okay.
So right now we have a 4 wide setup. South Shore, essentially what is their base offense, shotgun 4 wide as they line up here near the 17-yard line, definitely in the red zone. Single high look for Eagle. Little communication to secondary, and the ball is snapped. Passes it out. He makes the catch, makes a man miss, cuts it upfield, and it's inside to what looks like the 12 or 13-yard line. Good job tackling there by Eagle to not allow a big play to happen.
And once these South Shore playmakers get the ball, they're putting that foot in the ground and avoiding that, making that first man miss,
right,
which is huge.
You can tell that this is a key component of the offense. That was Daniel Johnson with the reception. Catch the ball, make sure you secure the catch, plant your feet, make a decision. There's not too much thinking involved right now from South Shore. Everything seems to be very reactionary, very muscle memory right now.
Coach Jones calls the Eagles' first timeout of the first half.
Yes, necessary.
Oh, wow.
Timeout here. Good job. Again, Eagles in a tight situation. But if they can get a stop and hold them to 3 or maybe no points at all, because kicking doesn't always happen in the PSAL, that would be a big win.
And here's how you know when you're discussing football with a football person.
Yes.
You may look at the score, say South Shore punches in right here. You're looking at it like Eagles defense is playing terribly, when that is actually not the case.
Eagles defense is the best part of the Eagle performance today.
They have been put in almost impossible situations.
Yes.
And they're doing what they can to hold their own. But when you have an offense with, 4 playmakers on it that all can run and are extremely shifty, and a quarterback that can let it fly, it becomes extremely tough.
And the problem is, when you're playing that no huddle, 4 wide situation, defense can't catch their breath.
No.
You can't. And the thing is, the strength of Eagles defense is the trenches. And there's not much trench play happening because they're living on the outside. If anything, if I'm Eagle, I might decide to just, throw balls to the wall and maybe blitz them.
I don't know if I would run a zero blitz at them, because I feel like Cyrus has enough poise to spot the hot route. But I wouldn't mind seeing a stunt in the middle.
You got to do something to get to knock the timing off of these plays. Because, again, like I said earlier, it's looking like practice right now. You have trips to the right. Cyrus in the shotgun takes a snap, play action pass, and the ball is complete to Richard Perkins Jr. inside the 10-yard line near the first down. Depends on what the spot is.
And you could look at how the Eagle defenders are walking back to their slots.
Yeah.
They're gassed.
They're gassed. Again, and it's the same thing. Trips to the right, hands it off.
And another missed tackle.
Right up the middle. And, again, it's easy to run up the middle, 1, when the defense is tight, and 2, when they're spread out like that. That was Spencer.
Oh.
No, not Spencer. Pardon me. That was Daniel Germain for South Shore with the run. And then knocking on the door for another touchdown.
I mean, if you're South Shore, why change at that point?
There's nothing to change. Eagle has to prove that they can stop you. First and goal. Looking to see how they're going to line this one up, Greg.
And something that South Shore done today that's pretty interesting. Tajay's known more as a running back, but he's been more of a receiver today.
Mm-hmm.
And Jermaine's been taking the bulk of the carries.
Out. Jermaine runs it. Strong tackle there by Eagle, protecting the goal line.
That's a
good
great
job.
Right
Trying
there.
to see the numbers so we can give him some credit.
Looks like Virgil Leaf was in on it.
Linebacker / run back doing what he can for his team. Good job there, stopping them, but they have to do it again. In fact, Eagle might need to get a loss of yardage, get them off the doorstep.
And if they get that tackle in the backfield, they have to get them down.
3 wide, looks like a pistol formation. Takes the snap, Cyrus looking, puts it to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown by the Vikings. Adrian Antoine with the touchdown for the Vikings. One-on-one coverage on the outside, and Cyrus put the ball only where Antoine can catch it. Clean play, clean offense. Great job,
That
Vikings.
wasn't bad coverage.
Not at all.
That was just a perfect pass.
That was good offense beating good defense. It is what it is.
And the other thing that, I mean, it's obviously you can't list the stats out, but
Right.
time of possession matters. And here the first half, it seems like Eagle has had the ball for all of 3 minutes.
Yes. And when they've had the ball, they've given it away. You got about 7 minutes or so left in the first half. This drive right here, now you see coach of Eagle decide to get more into a ball control situation. Run the ball, clock them, and keep give their defense a chance to catch their breath.
That's going to be a false start, but it looks like South Shore is still going to kick no matter what.
Yeah.
They have a kicker. Like, that is his position on the depth chart. Kicker.
Clearly.
Which I like to see. As somebody said in chat earlier, you can get scholarships for kicking, and a lot of schools don't have enough kickers.
And South Shore's kicker is Dario Blaze, a junior. It's a bit of a long extra point after the penalty. And the extra point is good. South Shore now leads Eagle Brooklyn 17-0 with about a little over 7 minutes in the first half.
And we're going to check out the replay right here.
Cannot see. Where's the replay? Okay. We have Cyrus taking a snap. You see him rolling to his right. He clearly has it in mind. Puts it in the back with one-on-one coverage there, and he throws a low to make sure that the cornerback cannot make a play. Great throw, great catch. Tough Vikings.
And here's what I'll say. If Eagle is able to get in the end zone this possession, it kind of changes the dynamic of the second half.
Yeah.
Of the first half.
The worst thing that can happen right now is another turnover. Even if they don't score, at least hold the ball for about 4 minutes. Give your defense a chance to catch their breath. Because they've been on the field this whole first half. Let the ball go out of bounds. Great job by Eagle. They'll get some good field position off of that penalty.
And here's the thing. The Eagle offensive line has been kind of holding it down.
Yes. It's been the turnovers. Turnovers and penalties. Discipline, guys.
Shout out to Zoe.
Come on now. That's been decided every game I've called. It's been a matter of who's been the most disciplined team, and if it's not that, it's been the poise. That's what it comes down to at this level.
Poise is a big one.
Yes.
How can you perform under pressure?
Got to keep your emotions in check. Again, if I'm Eagle, right now, ball control off. Even if you're throwing the ball, take your time between plays. Clock them. Keep that South Shore offense on the sideline.
Definitely, because your defense is gassed right now. They do not need to be back on the field. If I'm Eagle, I try series of short passes, try to and stay in bounds.
Two wide set up, the classic look.
Cody on the center takes a snap, hands off to Virgil, cuts back inside. Good first down run right there. Gets about 7 yards. Going to be 2nd and 3.
Exactly what you need if you're Eagles. Strong first down play. When you get yardage on first down, it makes you less predictable on 2nd and 3rd down. You can open up the playbook on a 2nd and short or a 3rd and short situation.
I'm going to say something that may seem controversial. I saw some Eagle players kind of celebrating after the big run. You're down 17-0. You're nothing to celebrate right now.
I don't know. I disagree. Right now, they need anything that can perk up the energy. Get a kid a chance to get in the game, right? Come on, coach. Come on. It's homecoming, coach.
You know what? I'm one to admit when I'm wrong. I think you got one.
It's the baseball sentimentalities. Don't pip the home run down 12-0.
You right. Another inside handoff. Virgil gets the first down.
Good job by Eagle. 2 runs so far. They've gotten the first down. But what they need to do is stop the extracurriculars after the plays. Get to the huddle, get the play call in, and start figuring some things out. You got your first down. You've eaten about a minute off the clock already. You're churning forward. You're churning the butter, but you're going forward. Let's keep that going.
This is why I realized in college that coordinators just have big signs with pictures on it.
Yes.
Because the time it takes to get the play in and out.
Coaches be looking like they're doing the Millie Rock, and then the car just comes out. Because when the hand signal don't work, all right, here, look, chicken. You know what chicken means, right? I remember Oregon was like the first team to do that with the random sign.
Of course they were.
4 wide look for Eagle.
Cody in the shotgun. That's Jaleo Tang. First action. Timeout South Shore. And once again, Eagle comes out in that 4 wide after, the power eye, and South Shore is not ready for it.
Exactly. So far, Eagle is making positive plays. They're going forward. 5:42. What's he talking about?
Is that the time on the clock?
Oh, I guess. No say, man.
So, Eagle moving the ball positively. What would you like to see from the offense here to continue this drive?
Everything that they're doing so far. The 2 runs, 2 positive runs. They've secured the football. They got a first down. What we saw before the timeout was them going to a shotgun 4 wide set. I don't need them to attack down the field because I think their defense needs a break. But just positive ball control plays. If there's about 2 minutes left in the first half, by the time South Shore gets the ball back, this was a successful drive.
I would love to see them attack the middle of the field because they haven't yet, so we don't know what the South Shore defensive backfield is like.
And we saw the first time that they went to 4 wide, how South Shore's defense immediately started to scramble. They didn't know what to do. So there was already miscommunication before the ball was even snapped. So there's something there.
I would love to see Travis in the slot run a nice little slant or drag across the middle of the field. And that's what we have. So let's see if it plays out that way.
4 wide set. There's a lot of space on the left side of the field. There's nothing but space and opportunity for your Eagle to make something happen.
And that looks like it's going to be a false start.
Once again, beating yourself, Eagle. Lack of what, Zoe? Discipline. Come on now.
It looks like Julian Villalona with the false start.
And you can't even say it's not you with that hot pink on. That's all you, baby. Shout out to everybody, breast cancer awareness. We know what it's about. Anyone who's dealing with that, prayers to you.
Shout out my sister-in-law, Katie Ann, who overcame that.
False start again. Doesn't know the snap count. Lack of discipline. Head is not in the game. I might have to sub him out if I'm coach. Can't do that.
And here's the thing. He's gesturing to the quarterback.
Like it's his fault.
The quarterback tells you to count. You have to know to count.
Imagine the offensive lineman telling the quarterback he's messing up the snap count. Where do we do that at?
And like you said, the hot pink.
Come on.
You can't miss it.
Your left tackle says, snap the ball. Come on now. Lock in, Eagle. They've given away all the yards they already accrued.
Rolls left. Stops. Pumps. And he takes off. He's still on the feet. That was a great tackle right there.
Open field tackle. Was that Fernandez again?
Yes,
6?
it was.
Great tackle by Fernandez. His bark and his bite are kind of matching up right now.
I'll tell you what, though. Cody had daylight in front of him.
He had a first down, but good job by Cody getting all the penalty yardage back and getting into a situation where it'll be about 2nd and long, about 2nd and 7, but he looks like he's down.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Probably tweaked his knee on that tackle.
I was very impressed with that arm tackle because that showed the athleticism right there because Cody it was the outstretched arm and he was just got enough to trip him up.
Fernandez, he's a tall kid too, so he used all of his frame, the length, the wingspan to make that tackle. Great job. Earlier we saw him get into it with Travis Harris. Now he's making big open field, potential touchdown saving tackles. Hell of a job.
He came down from his safety position and make that. Oh, is he playing corner? He's playing corner. As you hear the Eagle parents getting on the sideline to pick up their energy.
Looks like Cody Williams had to come off the field for a play, so Harris is in the backfield at quarterback.
It's a little Wildcat action?
A little Wildcat, possibly. Takes a snap, and he fumbles it. And once again, Eagle gives the ball away, beating themselves. Harris takes his eye off the ball before he secures the snap. Poor discipline. And now South Shore has another short field with a chance to go up by 20 before the half is done. This is not how you handle homecoming, guys.
I'm in disbelief, Ray.
I'm not. This game has followed a script that has been on a loop, if you will. It's a gift. It's been the same thing over and over again. Now look at the poise. Number 50 for Eagle is having a temper tantrum because the ball keeps getting turned over. Coach is having an all 22 huddle right now because the players need to lock in.
And I feel bad for the defense.
I would. Defense has to play with their backs against the wall again.
And I'm going to tell you the last time I was this speechless. It was when Tristan Davis hit the three-pointer in front of our stand in the Borough playoffs at the Nest.
Right.
And I was speechless that Dre had to take the call. Like, I saw it happen in slow motion because it's not only discipline, lack of focus has to come into play.
There you go. This is homecoming. Y'all got y'all pink. I see a bunch of pink on. I see a new uniform. Y'all dripped out. These guys are in your house, tap dance, doing what they want. They're knocking the furniture over. They're taking your cookies.
And here's the other thing. I don't know about you, but I got a little Cam Newton versus Denver in the Super Bowl when that ball was on the ground.
Oh, yeah. The moment got too big, and you know what happened after that.
Cyrus flushes, throws it deep down the field, and wide open was Adrian Anton.
It's at this point where I don't even think Cyrus sees blue jerseys, guys. He rolled out, a little bit of pressure, and his wide receiver found an open spot down the field. Again, pitch and catch, no peril, no fear, no nothing. South Shore in the red zone.
And here's the thing. I'm a little upset with that because there were 4 black jerseys there. Nobody was looking at the quarterback's eyes.
No, apparently.
Cyrus in the shotgun with Schultz in the backfield.
Bunch formation to the left. Ball is snapped.
Drops back.
Cyrus looks with some pressure. And Eagle gets home. Did they get home? He's still up. Somehow he's still up, and he gets the ball out.
Wait.
How was that play not stopped?
How did they not blow that dead?
That has to be that's ref. Even coach is halfway on the field. Cannot believe what he sees.
That was wild. He was literally stopped in his tracks.
I was calling a sack.
4 defenders.
All right.
I mean, good on Cyrus to keep his eyes down the field.
Hell of a job by Cyrus to get that ball out. Again, we talked about his size earlier. His size came into play right there. From my vantage point, Cyrus got to be about 6'3".
At least.
I'm not sure. That's crazy. But again, trips to the right side, the ball is snapped. Play action pass, complete to Perkins, who makes a man miss. And you have another South Shore touchdown. It's easy money right now for the Vikings as they are completely dominating Eagle Brooklyn for their homecoming game.
What did I say about put the foot in the ground, make the first man miss?
That's it.
They've been doing it all day.
It's clear that there are wide receiver drills for South Shore where they practice that. Catch the ball, secure the ball, plant your feet and go. You know, a lot of times players try to go east and west. Even when they plant, every move they make is a north and south move. They're not wasting any time.
And again, you're watching this game, you're just tuning in, you see the score, you think that Eagles defense is laying an egg, and the truth is they're not. Offense has 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
4 fumbles.
And a good team like South Shore is going to make you pay every single time you turn that ball over. Dig 2 Real says that Eagle just can't compete. Do you agree with that assessment, Greg?
In the first half, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
And I don't think it's a matter of not being able to compete. It's a lack of focus.
There you go.
If they secure the ball, this is a different game. But again,
the extra point is no good, and Blaze looks to be hurt after that kick. Oh, no, he gets up on his own power. Maybe he got hit where you don't want to get hit. But the extra point is no good, and South Shore leads 23-0. But as you were saying, Mr. Polius.
Yeah, so obviously, you know, it's an if. But if they do what the offense has been moving the ball.
Yeah.
And it seems whenever they get into a rhythm, the ball gets put on the ground. And one thing I can say is once the ball's on the ground, It's nothing but white jerseys there.
Nothing but white jerseys. You know what? There's about 3 minutes or so left in the first half. You got to give points if you're Eagle. Have to stop giving the ball away if you're Eagle. Make this last drop before a halftime count. That's it. There's no way you go into halftime without scoring. You have to score here. Play with some pride.
Oh, that was going to be my next point. Now, you got to put on for your school. You cannot go out in the first half with another turnover. Cannot happen. As Jaden Fortune spins, gets out to about the 38-yard line, going to be 1st and 10.
He was for the spin there, and he lost his footing as he was. Where is he about? Like 38-yard line?
Yeah, it looks like 38, 37, 38. Play clock is running.
You might need to call a timeout here. I'm looking to see, is Cody Williams back on the field for Eagle?
No, it looks like it's still Harris.
Yeah, must have been a tough injury there. Unless coach is just trying to give him a little bit more time before we.
They're having some issues, substitution issues right here. Looks like a whole new personnel grouping right here.
Okay.
And that's Travis Harris in the backfield in the shotgun.
Make sure if you're Harris, you secure the snap this time.
And there's going to be a delay of game.
You know what?
Oh, timeout South Shore.
South Shore on the field flexing now. They feeling real good about themselves. If you're Eagle, that cannot happen regardless of what the score is. But you have to keep your composure. Because now you see South Shore trying to play the mind games. Yeah. We're going to go back to the previous drive. Cyrus to snap with his eyes down the film. There's a missed and he avoids the sack, keeps his composure, and throws an absolute dart to field. In the midst of, honestly, that might have been a bad throw, but he makes the throw and the catch. Hell of a job there by Cyrus, keeping his composure and getting down the field almost immediately. Adrian Antoine with the catch. Great job there.
All right, and now we're back. So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for Eagle, and that's Travis Harris in at quarterback.
4 wide set. Harris, hopefully there's a good snap. The last few snaps have been kind of low. Secures the snap. Play action pass.
And he takes the snap, goes out to the right. And who's that with the tackle? Richard Perkins Jr. with the big tackle.
Yes, sir. And the problem I'm having with this play, Greg, is he took the snap. He had a lot of space, but we just talked about it on the previous possession for South Shore. There's north and south, and there's east and west. He ran east and west when he needed to have been going north and south. He's looking for the big play as opposed to taking the yardage that's in front of him.
And I understand, you're down 3 scores, but, 4.
Yeah.
You want to move the ball forward. That should be the goal.
Well, you could say it's 3 scores, 3 touchdowns, and 3 2-point conversions, and you have 24 points. So, 3 scores.
PSAL, you never know.
Yeah. That part. Takes the
Drops
snap.
back. Crunched. And that's Brian Tabardis on the tackle.
If I'm coach, I might want to consider letting Harris take a few plays off. He's unraveling right in front of our eyes. He can't control his emotions. He's woofing at the South Shore players. He's barking at his own players to block, I guess. This is not the time to turn against the program. You got to lock in here. Maintain your emotions and your focus.
I know Cody looks like he's hurt right now. We're going to check in on that during halftime. But how comfortable are the Eagle coaches with letting Harris throw the ball?
Doesn't look like they're very comfortable at all.
Because they got the 4 wide set. It's not like they don't have playmakers.
I don't got the answers. 4 wide set, essentially what you call a wildcat situation. The last possession they had the ball. I think they're just trying to get to halftime, and if a play pops, a play pops. In motion.
Fakes the handoff.
Yep. Design runs.
And he gets the first down run.
He worked really good job by Harris. Right after I criticize him, I got to give him his flowers. Great job by Harris, making something out of what looked like nothing at first, and getting a first down for Eagle. But he almost gave it back with an unsportsmanlike there. Again, woofing at the South Shore players. You were down 3 scores. This is where I'll play the Greg card. You're down 3 scores. You guys have not played well on offense. You are running the risk every time you do something of shooting your team in the foot with a penalty. Just focus on getting points. The team in purple is going to be there the whole second half. You can get your get back at some point later in the game. But get them – oh, wait. It's a half over?
Yep.
They've decided that we're going to go into the second half. Okay. You have a player that's also injured.
So, for my partner, Ray Joffers, this is the voice of Sage Media, Greg Polius. We're going to come back to you with more second half action when we return.
Wait. Is there any way to make this screen brighter? Because I can barely see.
Well, that's why I said I can't see anything from my angle. That's fine. I don't have that big of an ego where I have to do the play-by-play. I'm about to tell Dre he needs a dream team on
We are back live here in the Eagles Nest as the South Shore Vikings are up 23-0 heading into the second half. We're hoping that the Eagle Academy can make this an interesting game in the second half. There's been a lot of turnovers. 4 fumbles in the first half have led to points. The entire score that you see right now is coming off the back of Eagle turnovers. So I'm of the belief, and when Greg gets back, I'm pretty sure he'll agree that we're both of the belief that if Eagle can play a clean game in the second half, things can get a little bit tighter, and we might even have a ball game. You know, as everyone files back in, we see South Shore on the field doing their second half drills. They're dancing and feeling good about themselves, and rightfully so, up 20 plus. As you file back, if you haven't by now, make sure you hit the like button. Follow us, Sage Media, on all platforms. Lock in with us because you're not getting this coverage anywhere else in New York City. And again, just to set the tone for you, it's homecoming for Eagle Academy. They scheduled this game. And this is not going according to plan whatsoever. South Shore has come on here, and it's essentially looked like a home game for South Shore, Greg.
Unfortunately, it has. And I think the key thing you said in the first half is it looks easy. And it looks like they're just going through the motions. There's not real pressure. And the one time they did get a lot of pressure on Nick, somehow I'm still kind of laughing at that.
Yeah.
Oh, now they playing
a knuck if you buck. They needed this in the first half. Because South Shore's buck and they knucking. So, and they ready to fight.
Cody looks like he's done.
They took the pads off him?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a bad break for Eagle.
He can barely move.
So that means on that open field tackle by Hernandez, it was his knee. So he probably clipped him, or maybe he hyperextended it on that arm tackle.
He tried to give it a go,
yeah.
And it's just not
that
working.
Changes the entire argument for Eagle in the second half, because it looked like they were not comfortable with Travis Harris putting the ball in the air.
I don't know if they weren't comfortable with him putting it in the air, or if he's not comfortable, because there was a couple times he dropped back and then looked down the field and just took off. Possibly just wanted to use his athleticism and his speed.
He's probably more comfortable trusting himself to make a play as opposed to throwing the ball.
Yeah, especially if you're not even in the mindset to go throw the ball and against defense and moving parts.
Need to see good energy in the second half from Eagle. I don't want to see what I saw at the end of the first half where guys were getting upset, throwing fits. This is the time where you need, as a team, you need to come together and lock in and really try something.
But even now on the sideline, this is where it starts. If you look at South Shore, how they're stretching, they're dancing, it's loose.
Unity.
It feels very tight on the Eagle sideline.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Coach Legree on the Eagle sideline telling them to pick up the energy.
Yep.
Body language matters.
It's poor. And that's been a habit of the Eagle Academy football team. When things are not going well, if you look on this sideline, it tends to unravel. This is the time, and take this lesson when y'all watch the game back. If you go to Eagle and you know anybody in the football team, let them know, these are the times where, as young men, come together, pick your teammate up. If you might be younger than your coach, but pick your coach up. Overall, pick the energy up. The game is not over. You can make a comeback. But it starts with you guys uniting as a group and attacking this game the right way.
And you know what? I would love to see the Eagle defense actually play with a whole field.
Right.
And see what they're able to do.
It's like arena football for their defense. They play with a half a field over and over again.
I don't think there was a drive that South Shore started that wasn't in Eagle territory.
I don't think so either. We'll have to go back and check. But I know at least the last 3 drives for sure that led to points started in the Eagle territory.
And South Shore gets the ball coming out.
So we get a chance to see them with the whole field, unless the return is good.
Be interesting to see who South Shore has back to return. See if the refs tell us when the quarter ends this time.
I have no faith in that. Because look at how the first quarter ended, the second quarter ended. In the middle of a play, they just started running off the field. No whistle blown, no nothing.
I didn't see 1 4-minute warning sign.
Nothing.
No quarter.
They running this game like they got another game to be at, or they got a brunch date somewhere. Get it together, refs. Playing that good young Dolph. Love the energy that they're trying to create here. Eagle, if y'all can hear me, lock in. As they're doing a halftime sideline report. It's a lot going on. This is a big game for everybody. The birth of a new football rivalry potentially, but it ain't looking like a rivalry so far.
With a comeback, though, it could become one.
It could become legendary.
Josiah Folks to kick off for Eagle Academy.
With the hot pink socks on, breast cancer awareness, of course. They say when you look good, you play good. So hopefully they remember to play good in the second half. What?
High kick.
High kick. Good job there. And apparently they got the right person with the ball.
And that's a good tackle right there. And if South Shore going to take over at their 25-yard line.
Good job by the Eagles special teams. Looking to bring the energy, great tackle, great emotion to start, as you were, Greg. We have an injury for South Shore there.
I can't see who that is.
Number 40 who returned the kick. His name is not listed here. There is no number. Come on, South Shore. We need you to get all the players on your roster sheet for the Sage Media team so we can give them their proper due. If you're in the chat and you're familiar with who number 40 is for South Shore, please let us know. South Shore taking the field as the Eagle defense looks to set the tone. The Eagle sidelines trying to get the defense going for their teammates as well. Trips to the left, the ball is snapped, and we have a flag. Might be a legal procedure.
It's going to be a false start on South Shore.
Travis Harris having a meltdown once again.
Got to keep your emotions in check. We spoke about it late in the first half.
Can't yell at your coaches like that either.
And a lot of confusion in the Eagle defensive backfield right there. They're actually lucky that that play was only a couple yards.
They're lucky that Cyrus decided to run the play that was called and not just take a shot. You know?
Yeah.
He clearly had a play designed to that receiver, number 12, Adrian Antoine, and he ran it. Because the whole left side of the field, he could have done whatever he wanted to do. Trips to the left. The base offense for the Vikings again. Shotgun form. Ball is snapped. Cyrus drops back. Looking left. The pressure gets home and he gets out of the pocket.
Takes off.
There you go. Good job by Eagle there.
Now,
didn't let him get too far away.
Something interesting to look at. We know Cody Williams is out for Eagle.
Yep.
Do we really want Travis Harris playing both ways if he has to play quarterback?
I don't know if he's in the mindset to play quarterback right now.
I mean, you may be onto something.
Because what I'm seeing right now, what I've seen at the end of the first half, he's turned up for this game. There's a lot of energy. This is the most emotion I've seen from him. And that's not what you need at the quarterback position, especially down 3 or 4 scores.
Trips left, single wide right.
Looks like South Shore has an advantage on the left side based on the defensive alignment as well.
Yeah. And Nick sees
Wide
it too.
Open.
Goes in the middle of the
Wide
field.
open. Why did he dive? I don't understand. He could have kept running. Great catch by Richard Perkins. Great pitch and catch there. We called it before it happened, the mismatch on the left side. If Richard Perkins would have assessed the situation, he'd still be running.
And Jaden Fortune was playing safety back there.
Was he? What was he doing?
I thought he had a chance to jump that route. I thought he did. I could be wrong.
Jaden played. He was an NPC on that play. We got to get engaged, especially as a safety. Now we have an offsides.
And you're going to move up 5 yards. Going to be 1st and 5. What looks like.
You playing 10 yards off, 15 yards off the ball, and you just stand there?
But that's also what we saw with that pass that Anton caught in the late second quarter. where he was just surrounded by Eagle guys just kind of watching him.
Yep. And again, if you're Eagle, if you see they playing trips to that house, why is your safety playing so far off? Perkins has a free run on every snap, if you're being truthful.
There needs to be more communication.
Yes. Call a bubble screen right now. There it is. It's right there.
Middle field. Honestly, what it looks like is Cyrus is literally taking his pick. Yeah. I think I'm going to throw to this guy. Maybe I'll get this guy because every receiver was open on that play.
Playing on easy mode. This is you play Madden, you pick rookie. It's playing on rookie. This is easy.
I would love to see some pressure dialed up here.
Yes. Look at it. If you look at Perkins, he's communicating with Cyrus right now to let him know that he's free.
Yeah.
Puts him in motion. There it is.
Runs into his own man. Cyrus gets free, goes down the field.
Easy mode.
Touchdown.
To who?
Richard Perkins.
Okay. Okay. Eagle, come on now. If we as the commentators are calling the action as it's happening, this can happen.
That play happened from the snap.
Yes.
Pre-snap.
He communicated the play.
Pre-snap.
He went into motion to change the leverage of the route and got to the end zone.
And he knew he was going to be free running across the field. And whoever was supposed to get passed off to was late on the coverage.
But again, if you're playing trips as an offense and you see a safety 15 yards off the line on a trip situation, there's two corners and a safety on that side, it's easy. We could do that, Greg. We can run the same routes and score.
I don't know if that's a breakdown in communication on the field or from the sidelines.
Well, taking you inside the game here at Sage, at the beginning of that defensive series, you saw Harris having an argument with his coach about what the play call was. Then we see misalignments on defense. We have the two-point conversion and the stoppage. And it's all tied in. There's a disconnect somewhere between what's being called and what the players are doing.
Now, what Eagle needs to do, and I know if we sound like a broken record at this point, but they have to keep their composure. You cannot lose yourself in the scoreboard. It looks like the penalty was against South Shore as they're going to back them up for this two-point try. So it looks like Dario was hurt.
Oh, you saw right. He hurt himself at the end of that first half on the extra point. I thought he got hit in another regions, but he might have hurt his knee as well. Perkins in motion.
Brings it down.
Easy mode.
And holds onto it after that big hit.
Adrian Antoine with the two-point conversion, which puts South Shore ahead 31-0. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Yep. As you see here, Cyrus in the shotgun formation communicating with Perkins right before the ball is snapped. Perkins goes into motion, knowing exactly what the defensive look is, and the ball is snapped. Eagle brings a blitz from the outside, but Cyrus maintains composure as he's been doing in the entire game, steps up into the pocket, and he lets the ball go to a wide open Richard Perkins, who secures the ball for a touchdown. Easy mode once again. It is what it is. When a quarterback and a receiver are communicating pre-snap and no one notices it, and that same player scores a touchdown, there's a defensive breakdown in the secondary, and South Shore took advantage of it.
Oh, well, it looks like Dario was back because he kicked it. South Shore just wants to pour it on at this point.
So they're running it up.
Yeah. Ooh. Good job by Travis to hold on to the ball.
Big
and that was number 40.
Hit. And once again, you see Harris talking. He can't. He's the only one locked in. Maybe we're misreading the situation, and he's the only one locked in.
It's possible. This possession could tell us that.
Okay.
And number 40 for South Shore is Jaheim Dockery.
You got they got it?
Yeah, thank you, chat.
Thank you to the chat once again, who's also part of the Sage team here. We work together to make things happen. Everyone who's in the chat right now, please make sure you hit the like button. And for every number that's in the chat, the likes should match the amount of bodies that's in here. Hit the like button. I mean, come on, Zoe, we can't, let's get the likes. And if you haven't by now, subscribe. Jaleo Tang takes the run up to the 41-yard line, a positive yard situation there.
No, that's actually Joseph Pruden.
What number
the
is that?
junior. That's number 32.
32.
New running back in there.
Surprise. Great run. What is his name? Let me put some.
Joseph Pruden.
Joseph Pruden, number 32. Good job. He's locked in too. He's ready to play.
High energy. What I saw there from Pruden is just coming into the game, I want to make something happen. Let's get this going. Let's move the ball.
You know what? It's something to be said about players who don't like to lose regardless of what the score is. And we have another false start on the same side as in the first half.
And that looks like it's a different player. They switched sides.
Tough. Snap count is off.
And that looks like number 76, Luis Teneo, who also happens to be the starting catcher on my baseball team.
He's thinking about change-ups and snap count. Everybody hit that like button.
And here's the thing. You're already down multiple scores.
Right.
You cannot continue to beat yourselves.
Right.
Harris under center, which is something new we haven't seen. Drops back, hands off. Good cutback. And he looks like he lost his footing right there.
Lost his footing, but boy, I like what I see from him. Very aggressive. Chop, 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 chop. I'm disappointed he didn't get a chance to complete that run. He's built like a running back too. Very compact, muscular.
And it looks like number 35, Tyler Hartridge, checks in for the first time on offense. And Virgil's back. Now, it's 3rd and short, 3rd and 4 call it. I wouldn't mind seeing Travis fake the handoff inside and just go behind his fullback.
I mean, we know Travis he's taking his ball. It's 3rd down. Let's see how he does it. I like your play call, though, a lot. Looks like there's a blitz coming from the Vikings. Play action. Runs it.
And he looks like he's going to get the first down.
On the roll of the tackle, looks like, depending on the spot, definitely might be a first down.
And I think he actually sold himself short on some yards. If instead of cutting it all the way outside, he cuts that back up the field inside, he might have another 5-10 yards.
Very possible. Very possible. I think in that situation he was just more focused on let me just get to the marker and get the first down.
Which is okay because it moves the chains. That's what you want to do.
Yep. Power alignment for Eagle 2 wide to the outside with a fullback.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like Travis under center.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable.
Loses the ball.
As we say, it's crazy. And a sack for the Vikings.
That's a shared sack.
We need a flag on that. That's unsportsmanlike. He steps over, talks to the quarterback, and no flag? All right.
I'm with you, Ray.
Didn't like that at all. I know you're up 30, but let's not, get ahead of ourselves here. Still a lot of football to be played.
And Christian Etienne adds to his top lead in sack count. And that was a shared sack between him and who's number 40 again? I'm losing it.
I never took screenshots.
Jaheim Dockery.
Jaheim Dockery. Feeling good about himself.
Interesting. They kind of flipped sides. In the first half, they had Etienne on the opposite side of the line, and now Dockery's there. So you wonder what that's going to do for the pressure.
Yep. They probably see that their starting quarterback is out of the game, so they could probably pin their ears back and just get after Harris.
That's what it looks like right
and
here.
Another
fumble snap.
Another fumble. And is it another recovery by South Shore, or did Eagle get it back?
It's South Shore's ball.
You can't be serious. Nah, Eagle recovered it.
I
can't tell. Now I'm confused.
I saw one ref motion in South Shore's direction.
Yes. And I see a turnover. Yeah. South Shore recovered it.
Where is the stickum that Hot Hands had in Little Giants? Because we need it.
But this is what happens when you have a person who's not used to playing quarterback under center in the shotgun, and I'm not going to put it all on Harris. Some of these snaps haven't been good. It's a bad situation across the board. I know there's a high school level, and I'm trying my best to not criticize overly, but they're making it difficult for me to say good things.
And, obviously I'm an Eagle educator. I'm Eagle through and through.
Yes.
But the offensive performance has left much to be desired.
This is harsh, man.
And, losing your starting quarterback hurts.
And I know it's a cliche to say, they didn't beat us, we beat ourselves. But, damn it, they're down 31-0, and it's their own fault.
Yeah.
South Shore, for the most part, is taking whatever Eagle is given to them.
Wait,
As you can see, there's massive confusion here. The referees – this might be the worst referee game I've seen this season. I'm going to call it what it is. I'm sorry, Andre. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but –
your fine is in the mail.
Yeah, because this is poor.
It looks like a lack of communication on both sides of the ball. Neither team knew what was happening.
And the announcers, the production team, the coaches, nobody knew. But apparently it was an Eagle turnover after a stoppage with no reason.
Another short field for the Eagle defense to work.
Look at the alignment, Greg. Always shade. It looks like they're shading the safety. There you go. They have shaded the safety to that side. Perkins still running free again.
Down the field.
Jeez.
Wide open.
A better throw is a touchdown, and that should be a flag.
I think they should eat the flag the same way they ate it on Etienne.
Probably. Harris went to pick no because he knew Harris knew he was like, I didn't have to hit you there, but I wanted to. But that's a football player. I'm not mad at that. That's a football player. I want to feel some contact.
You know what? Did you see what just happened on that? Tajay started on the inside, motion to the slot because that's where all the action is happening for this offense. Yes. And if that throw was on target, that was another touchdown.
Because the safeties, their leverage is off. Receivers are running incomplete pass there by Cyrus to the outside. He rushed that throw. But the receivers are running right in between both safeties. They're literally they're getting their routes, and the safeties' leverage is completely off. There's no communication. And the corners themselves are letting them run free. The corners are married to their zones. So there's no communication anywhere.
That's Jerry Jackson Jr. in that safety that's kind of lined up with Richard Perkins. That's the matchup I want to see right here. I think you got false start.
Because South Shore's getting excited because they think they're going to score on every throw.
Now, let me ask you a question, Ray. This may go against conventional wisdom. Would you move your safety up to press in the slot?
Not necessarily press, but look how far off of the line they are. This if based on where the ball is and where the safety is, it's 20 yards between where the ball and the safety is.
It looks like they heard you.
I would stagger the safeties. I'd put the strong safety about 10 yards up, and I have a faux single high look to at least disguise whatever the coverage actually is. But they're just playing too deep and hoping for the best.
And two wide receivers on each side. Jermaine in the backfield.
South Shore said, let's make it difficult for ourselves.
Rolls right.
Screen pass. First mistake of the day, really.
He's mad at himself because he had greenery in front of him.
That's what he saw. He was looking at the field before he secured the catch. And now you have fourth down. I believe it's fourth. Is it fourth down?
It is fourth down.
Fourth down for South Shore. What do they punt it or do they keep it running?
If you're South Shore, why punt?
I mean, only because they're up by 30. That's the only reason I see
that is fair. Yeah. That is fair.
But
they are not going to punt.
They're going to go and get 10 yards on the first down. Well, 15, I believe. Ball is snapped.
Drops back. Goes deep.
Goes up top.
And it's going to be a turnover on downs. He had a man running free. And
that's how football is so funny.
It is funny because Eagle on that possession could have been beat on 3 separate plays for touchdowns.
Yeah, and it was South Shore for the first time in this whole game beat themselves. A drop and 2 overthrows.
And here's so you see how the Eagle defense walking off the field? Jog off the field. You just got to turn over on downs.
They don't feel good about it. They know what we know. They didn't win, but they won. They won that series.
But I think the offense needs to try to take that and put that into some positive energy.
Just secure the snap. Let's start there. Secure the snap. You know what? If I was coach on the sideline, I would have had that center snapping the whole time. Get that snap right. Give your quarterback a chance.
They were doing that prior to the first possession.
Get the snap right.
I see they changed the ball.
Yeah. Oh, so it's the ball's fault?
I don't know. Maybe one has more grip than the other.
Ref can't even catch. I'm on the refs today. they loafing.
So when we do basketball in the winter, refs actually told us they go back and watch our games.
Get ready.
To check to see how they feel we did. And then what they realize is we commentate on how they're doing. Mm-hmm. So they started listening to what we're saying. I wonder if football refs do the same.
Well, I hope so. Because you guys – no. Is it still the third quarter? Because the first 2 quarters we've had to figure it out.
I feel like this has been a long third quarter.
Yeah.
Are we switching fields? Yep, now it's the fourth quarter.
Oh,
and once again, we have not been notified. Nobody in the field has been notified. There was no mention.
I'm about to yell at the refs. It's terrible. No whistles.
That's Sean Henry in on offense at receiver.
Okay.
Trip slot.
Again, no communication from the sideline to the players. There's a lot of yelling, a lot of confusion. What happened this week in practice if your Eagle is the question?
3 down linemen for the sure.
Another bad snap, but he gets it off. Strong run. Not every run is a big play, but those short yardage runs where you shed a tackle or nearly shed a tackle, you impose your will is very impressive.
I'm going to agree with you. I like what I see from the junior Pruden right here, and just how he approaches the hole.
Yes.
Also, I want to see some pace from the Eagle offense. I understand that Travis is not the starting quarterback, but I would like to see some hurry up because, again, we don't know what the South Shore defensive backs are capable of.
And you don't want to let the other side know that you've kind of quit. Still attack this game like it's a close game. It's about 9 in the box for South Shore.
Outside handoff to Tang.
Oh. Christian Etienne with the biggest tackle of the game and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty definitely on the way because that was absolutely unnecessary. Or maybe it'll be taunting, one or the other.
Or both.
Yeah.
that was – you made the big tackle. Cool. You didn't have to flex to the sideline.
Nearly a German suplex there. But this is what I mean about playing with pace, to your point, as far as not quitting. They feel like you've quit, so we're going to style on you now. When the team knows they got you in a white flag situation, they're going to do whatever they want. And it's still up to you to hit them in the mouth until it's 0-0 at the end of the game.
And Travis trying to communicate with his receivers there. Eagle in plus territory. The first time this half, I'd say.
Yeah.
Once again, stoppage of play. This is eerily similar to the Jets-Bills Monday night.
Yeah, this is – I'm not really – referees are not communicating. There's a lot of random stoppages. I'm just not sure what's happening here.
Yeah. What could be being discussed that it takes this long to figure it out?
Again, I'm putting this on record. We've done a lot of game tail on the Sage platform this season. This is the worst referee game of the season by far, as far as communication goes. Not the calls, the communication. Good run there by Harris, showing no signs of quit. He wants to score a touchdown.
That's the play I was looking for when we fumbled last possession.
Yeah. Straight up quarterback dive, take it and go.
What I've noticed with this South Shore defense, you can run through them, but you can't run side to side on them.
Eagle hasn't given himself a chance to take advantage of the advantages they have against the South Shore defense.
That is also true. Because it's been there. The defense is not impenetrable.
Burn this film. Don't even look at this. There's nothing to take away from this. Hands it off to Otang.
Tang. Eagle moving the ball well. And Travis motioning to the bench like he wants to play with some pace.
Yeah, Travis wants to play. I have a lot of every time I do a Eagle game, I come away with a lot of respect for Harris. A lot of emotion, a lot of talent, a lot of want to. He doesn't care what the score is. He wants to play, and he wants to play hard, and you got to respect that. You want me to play receiver? You want me to play in the secondary? You want me to play quarterback? Whatever you need, Coach. I respect that.
Got one-on-one on the outside with number 85, Shiloh Burgess, who seems to be probably the timeout Eagle. Interesting timeout there. What do you think about that timeout?
Maybe there was miscommunication once again. So it's a lot of there's a disconnect. Somebody calling you out in the comments for saying we just now. Well, he's made it clear on multiple occasions that he's an Eagle employee, So if he says we, he means it,
And I must say, even though I've said we, I feel like I've called this pretty down the middle of this game.
Right down the middle. Don't let them cyberbully you.
For those of you that don't know, I actually am an Eagle educator, but I'm also employed by Sage, and I call it down the middle. The chat is fun. I'm happy Dre brought it back.
This is a great chat. Great chat. The chat adds an element to the production, to the broadcast that just makes it work. And they've helped us a couple of times with names.
Yeah, shout out to y'all for that because the roster failed us.
There you go.
Okay. Looks like that both teams are out in the same formations. Bad snap again. And Travis just has to fall on it.
You know what? That's why I say I'm taking it back. Everything I said about those fumbles, it's on the snap. What are these snaps? This is a poor performance. I'm trying to not be overly critical of the Eagle Academy team, but this is not good. We didn't practice all week to show up like this today.
And what's frustrating about it, homecoming is supposed to be the game you put on.
This is homecoming.
Homecoming is supposed to be the game you put on.
So, you know what? Let's talk about it for a second. You scheduled them for your homecoming game. Usually the homecoming game is a cookie. You're trying to say South Shore was the cookie game?
They clearly took it personally. Just that whole Jordan meme.
Yeah.
Better snap there. And Travis, and it's
another tackle.
Etienne is just in complete pursuit.
Etienne is in the wrong league. This kid, listen, it's almost like when you watch those football movies in high school, like a Friday Night Lights, and they got the one guy who's way too big to be in high school. That's what Etienne looks like right now. This is a college defensive player.
And not only that, him being in the backfield, but it's the anticipation.
And it's a whole line. 51, 58, Etienne. These guys are some 70. There's some big boys up front.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Pope, Tyler Thomas.
Third and long.
Wilson.
What is it? Third and it looks like 3rd and 30.
Eagle at the very least put some points on the board. That's all we could ask. Put some points on the board.
Let Travis sling it here.
Have they thrown since Williams got hurt?
They have not.
So they white flagged it. Another bad snap.
Travis rolls out. Entire defensive pursuit.
Great block. Great block. Great block. Granted, you're down by a lot, but giving Harris a chance to make a play with that block, very impressed.
I mean, with a good snap, I would have kind of liked to see what that play was in for.
Right.
Going to be 4th down. I mean, at this point, you just keep your offense on the field.
Right.
Not one of my students reaching out in the chat asking for a grade in class.
That's crazy.
And calling me by my first name.
That's an F automatic. 55. Calling your teacher by the first name. 55, Errol. You know what I mean? 55 for poor etiquette off the rip.
Travis in the shotgun with Virgil the single back.
4 wide set for another running play. Oh, he's going to put the ball up, and the ball is up. Oh, no.
Oh, it's complete. First down. Catch by Brandon Treviso.
Let's go.
Like I said, just put the ball up. Let's see what happens. And the South Shore DBs fell asleep.
What a throw. What a catch. Hilarious.
Honestly, the DBs have not been tested all day.
Great throw there by Travis. A little bit of a shot put, but he got it over to Treviso into the red zone.
Seeing Beatty on offense for the first time today. Got behind both defenders, and what was that, 4th in a lifetime?
Why did it take till now for them to try that? Eagle deep into the red zone, the ball is snapped.
Hands off to Pruden. He's stuffed.
South Shore said enough of that.
Gang tackles.
Yeah. Have we reached the point in the game where a touchdown basically is a win?
I don't know if it's a win, but it's a note in the positive column.
All right. I'll take it.
This now is where some jet sweep, some wildcat action may work with a Pruden, Virgil, and a Travis in the backfield.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking on the sidelines at Cody Williams, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. This is not a common knee sprain. He's hurt. Hopefully during the week you can let us know what's going on with Cody.
Yeah, definitely.
Let Andre know by the time the new pod drops so he can report that.
Rolls left. And
what?
this
Etienne again. Throw the flag.
Ref, there it is.
He's doing too much. If I'm South Shore, it's time to get Etienne off the field.
And you know what's crazy? The ref looked at him like, you going to do this again?
Yeah.
Right in front of me?
It seems to be personal. It seems to be personal for
definitely.
Etienne.
Another sack. And I don't know why Travis hesitated there. But he didn't make an impact in the first half. Here in the second half, he is constantly in the backfield.
Well, that's what defensive players do. Once they get to a situation where it's their time, it's a lot of offense for Eagle trying to chase. Etienne has decided, gung ho, I'm gonna chase you down every chance I get. And again, it goes down to 1-2 on the line. If these guys are not blocking and doing what they're supposed to do, a guy like Etienne's gonna take advantage of that every time.
And I do think you're right about potentially even getting him off the field for at least a play, just to let cooler heads prevail, because now you give Eagle a first. It should be a first down.
Yeah, automatic, to my knowledge, but we'll see.
I still see. They still have it as 3rd and goal. Not sure why.
Well, you have to check the PSAL rule book.
They bring in Adrian Kittles at fullback.
And look at where Etienne is lined up. Are they going to shift the line and make sure he's blocked? Because he's coming off the edge.
Yeah. And they chip.
Great block.
And Virgil waltzes into the end zone right there. Good job putting an extra blocker in there to stop Etienne in his tracks. And there's another flag on the play. What could this flag possibly be for?
He's coming back.
I hope it's not coming back because, again, that would be Eagles shooting themselves in the foot. So they threw the flag, but there's no motion of what the call is.
I don't see any celebrating by Eagle.
But notice, even with the unsportsmanlike conduct, it looks like it's against South Shore. But the ref didn't motion to the crowd or either crowd what the call was. Again, we just happened to see it because we know the game.
This is the worst referee game I've seen this season, by far. Honestly, I'd rather some missed calls than just poor communication. This is bad. We don't know what quarter it is. We don't know what the penalties are, what the down is sometimes. This is terrible.
Eagle going to go for 2. Yes, they did.
Touchdown is official.
The
Eagles
touchdown
go for
counted.
2.
Isaiah Moore is strong in that fullback. And that's Andre Kittle's in that running back.
Play action.
And Travis rolls out.
Put it up.
He should have just cut it upfield instead of. Nah, that's no good. And there's going to be some
Another
more
flag.
laundry on the field. Are they going to get Eagle for a hold? But it goes back to your point about north and south. Put your foot in the ground, make the man miss.
Sometimes it's
cut upfield.
Now I know it sounds negative, but sometimes there's a little bit of selfishness in the form of doing too much. Put the ball up to Virgil, let him make a play. The play was designed for him in the corner. He had one-on-one coverage. He's bigger than the person defending him. Throw a little jump, a little lollipop, a little jump ball, give him a chance.
I'm not mad at that. I would have liked to see that. Eagle players pointing to the opposite end of the field. Not sure what the call is. People walking away, walking to their sidelines. So whatever penalty happens, it looks like it's possibly going to be assessed on the kickoff. Whatever that penalty was.
You see Coach getting into it with the referee. And you see now, if the coaches are getting into it with the referees, after what I've been saying earlier in the telecast, you see there's a level of frustration. Granted, Eagle is losing, so you could say he's just mad he's losing. But no, these referees haven't done the greatest job today. For you to be down 31-6 and this upset with the communication that the referee has been doing, it's not good. So as a play, we don't even get to redo the is it just dead?
Yeah, like
I've never seen that before.
Not only was the penalty not displayed to each staff, they're just gonna kick off and it's gonna be no good.
All right. Okay, I guess.
But go figure. The time Eagle puts the ball in the air, they end up in the end zone.
Throw the ball.
You have the athletes.
And you know what? It wasn't the best looking throw, but it got there. And that's all that matters.
That's what matters. Make the defense make a play. Similar, they say the same thing in baseball. Force the defense to make a play.
You know, how much times you and I have talked about baseball, and we say sometimes just pitch the contact. You just let them put the ball in play. Unnecessary. Now it's becoming Bush League out here. This is not good. What are you doing?
I know he thought the ball was loose, but there's no reason to leave with the crown.
But you didn't even try to get the ball. You just threw your body into a defenseless player. Ridiculous. Referees are losing control of this game.
And to be honest, that's their fault.
Yeah. Because there's been a lot of extracurriculars that they didn't call. Should have been calling all of them.
Definitely. And we could go back to Etienne walking over Cody. And
that's where this whole thing started. Got about 3 minutes left in the game. Another situation where there's no 4-minute warning. The referees, maybe this is their first game. Maybe they're rookies.
No.
Okay.
There is one OG on that field.
So they're just bad.
I mean, I know we've been talking baseball a lot. This is very similar to
it's a blowout. So
having the home plate umpire in the World Series game being ranked in the bottom 20th percent of umpires.
It's like having Angel Hernandez as your home plate umpire. This is tough.
Now, as South Shore, right? You came in here to make a statement.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to continue to throw the ball?
Yes. Why not? Look at the lack of discipline we've seen from the South Shore players in the fourth quarter. That starts at the top. And if this is a quote rivalry, Andre, you might want to walk that one back after today, huh? If it's a rivalry, They gonna try to run the score up. I don't. It's no respect.
I mean, we did see on social media, coaches, even coaches talking their stuff.
It's personal. Cyrus is still running out there.
I mean,
I don't see they star wide receivers out there. It seems like they got the second and third stringers out there, but they still in a 4-wide setup.
And they got Webb in the backfield with Cyrus.
And they're throwing it.
And that's going to be a first down pass completed
Jair Parker.
to Jair Parker.
No respect. They're going to try to run the score up.
Now that's where you have to play for pride as a defense.
If I'm Eagle, if this is what we're doing, I'm sending 9. We getting to that quarterback. Trips to the right side, so they're in their base alignment. Nothing has changed.
Eagle making a slight adjustment for that
See
slot.
it? See how they stagger in their safeties? There you go.
Yeah, they're going to get the false start.
He doesn't have to be on the line, but he has to be in the play. This allows him to be in the play.
Did he just throw his flag again? Sideline warning. I mean, can you really give the warning now after everything during this game?
Now he's arguing with the coach. It's all unraveling for South Shore. Pardon me, Eagle.
Cyrus taking a while to get the play call.
It's no urgency. The game has been decided. There's a running clock on top of that.
Pass completed. Good tackle right there by Virgil.
Another flag.
Illegal block in the back.
Okay.
At least we got some something.
Good job by the referees.
Gonna replay
give
first
the referee
down.
a golf clap for finally communicating.
Wait, did they just say line it up? Line it up. And it looks like that's going to do it here for us from the Nest.
White Flag Entertainment.
For my partner, Ray Jarvis, is the voice of Sage Media. Greg Polius, thank you for joining us. And we're going to see you next time.